wild and crazy.
They
Hot,
checking into your life.
looking hot and sweaty. Hello, everyone. Wait a minute. I can't go on like this. Okay, you on with me? You see it? Hello, everyone. This is Judge Mablean. How are you? I first want to say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Can you hear me? I have no idea. I want to say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Um, Today is a very special day. My name is Judge Maybelline Ephraim. I have a show that I do every year on Father's Day. I host a luncheon, a brunch, and it's called Honoring Unsung Fathers. I usually host it live at a hotel here in Los Angeles. Its purpose is to honor fathers in our community and to award scholarships to graduating scholars in the Los Angeles County area. This year, we're hosting our Honoring Unsung Fathers live, virtual. Okay, you all, give me time to relax because I'm tired. I've been rushing all morning doing things around my house, being domesticated, and I don't do that so well. So whenever I do, it causes me a lot of sweat and frustration, and I can't get myself together. And I'm hot up here, so just forgive me. But anyway, we're going to have a show virtually today. It's called Honoring Unsung Fathers. We will be honoring fathers from the community. One of the honorees is Byron Allen, the the president and founder of Entertainment Studios. We will be honoring Bishop Sheard from the Church of God in Christ as the presiding bishop. We'll be honoring a gentleman named Larry Fuller, who is a community dad in the city of Arizona. We will be honoring several other men here in Los Angeles who have been nominated by our board and members of the community. We're going to award 13 scholarships today to students who are on their way to college. These students have persevered through this pandemic. They have done what we have told them to do: go to school, get good grades, graduate, go to college. They weren't able to socialize on campus together. They weren't able to go to a prom. They weren't able to have their high school picnic. They've just missed out on so many things. But we really don't want them to miss out on, I'm waving, someone's telling me to wave. I don't want them to miss out on having a college education. So the Mablean Ephraim Foundation, which is my nonprofit, is sponsoring an Honoring Unsung Fathers virtual event today with live entertainment from Karen Clark Sheard of the famed Clark Sisters, and Mike Phillips, who's a jazz saxophonist with the likes of Michael Jackson and Prince. And we're going to have other celebrity presenters: Vanessa Bell Calloway, MC Light, Renee Lawson. Tiffany Haddish is going to be with us this afternoon. It's a great award show. So if you don't have anything special planned for your father this afternoon at 1 o'clock Pacific time, if you don't have anything planned special for your fathers, please get your father, get around him, join with him, turn on YouTube, Facebook, or my website, huffawards.org, HUFAWARDS.org, and watch the Mablean Ephraim Foundation Honoring Unsung Fathers 19th Annual Awards and Scholarship event. Also, I need you to help me. We cannot give these awards to students without support from the community. And when I say community, I'm not talking about just Los Angeles. I'm not talking about just my family. I'm not talking about just the people I know, but I'm talking about all of you out there in social media land. If you will send me $5, $10, $20, $30, whatever amount you wish to send, and share with these young people and help them get their go to college, please do so. You can log on to our website, huffawards.org, and you can donate online, or you can go straight to the website, Mablean Ephraim Foundation .net. But if you watch the event, there's a donate button. There's a live donate button. You can go to my social media pages. There is a live donate button there. But I want you to watch the show, because I think once you watch it and know what it's all about, you'll be more tempted to give. Because we're going to honor fathers. You know what our black men go through in America. And in the recent events, I've always been aware of it, but the recent events of the past, given social media, given the internet, it has been captured, so the world now knows that America treats our black men with disrespect, and they act like their lives don't matter. But we're here today to say, brothers, your lives matter. We honor you. We salute you. We want you to hear the stories of these wonderful men that we'll be honoring, so that you will get excited about it. And next year, you will honor your father or the man in your life, because we accept honorees from all over. You just have to complete an application. It's a wonderful event. Usually, we lay out the red carpet. We have a red carpet, literally. We have the press there. We have the men who are being honored walking the red carpet being interviewed by the press. We have a reception for them only and our scholars, with the celebrity presenters and the entertainers. They get a chance to take pictures and socialize and hang out with them. And then we have an all-you-can-eat brunch that's fabulous. The food tastes good, the entertainment, the fun, and we just love on our fathers. And because we can't be there in person this year, we're going to do it virtually and continue to show them that we love them, we believe in them, and that we say, you are the greatest. Our black men endure a lot, and historically they have endured a lot. And you've been watching, I'm sure this weekend, the stories of Juneteenth, and that's, the hot item in the news, the fact that a whole side of the United States didn't even know that the Emancipation Proclamation had been signed, that they had been freed, and they were still in bondage and enslaved. And then when they did find out, it was a big struggle to allow them to free them, even after the enactment of the anti-slavery laws. So we know that happens. We see our men getting shot down in the streets like dogs and animals. We see them being pulled out of cars and just dragged like they're inhumane. And this award show brings joy. It brings comfort. It brings life. It says to our fathers, we love you. It says to the men in our community, we appreciate you. It is time for us to celebrate our fathers. The Bible tells us to honor thy father and thy mother. And too often we just honor the mothers. But I want you to join me in this event today at 1 o'clock Pacific time, and on Facebook, YouTube, or my website, huffawards.org. It's right there. It's listed on your page now. We're telling you to view it at huffawards.org. And please join us. And then after you watch us, give me a post. Tell me what you think about the event. Tell me that you're excited about it. Tell me that you are going to nominate a man in your life. Just sit down and think about it. The only qualification is it has to be a father who provides the love, nurture, and support that his children need on a regular basis, on a daily basis, and he often goes unnoticed. How many men in your life, when you sit down and think about it, how many men do you know who fit this bill? They don't have any history of domestic violence, and they have to have no history of child abuse or child neglect or anything related, child pornography or anything related to abusing a child. But these are men who respect their children, they respect their wives, they respect the women in our community, and most of all, they respect themselves because they go to work. They work hard, no matter what the work. Some work outside the home. Some work in the home. Some work at hard labor. Some work as businessmen, and they work with their minds more so as lawyers and as doctors. But the majority of the men that we honor at this event, they are not celebrities. Now, you just said Bishop Sheard. Well, I handpicked I handpicked someone to honor as the Founders Award, and I handpicked Byron Allen. Not because he's an entertainment mogul, but because he is an absolutely fabulous father. I'm honoring him for his work as a father. He supports his children in everything that they do. I know about it because he brings his children to the studio. He brings his children to our events. He takes his children on field trips. He takes his children on vacations. He participates in his children's school events. And these are the fathers we're talking about. And if you give it thought, I bet you can think of at least one man in your community or in your family, if not several, who do this. And we often do not notice them. We do not say to them, we love you and appreciate you. We do not make a big fuss over them. Just look, this year, Father's Day, the restaurants are open again. And even though they've been closed for over 15 months, I still say the restaurants are not filled to bringing fathers out to dinner like we do mothers. For Mother's Day, if you don't make a reservation at a restaurant in advance of about 2 or 3 weeks, you cannot get in unless you're willing to wait an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. But we don't do the same thing for fathers. In the stores, the marketing is a great marketing for mothers. All kinds of sales, all kinds of gift ideas. You don't see the same for fathers. But in my heart, I love men. Somebody tried to put it out there one time that I didn't. And let me just dispel that rumor. I love men. And I know of hundreds of men who are wonderful fathers, but all the world wants to do is focus on the negative. I began this event to dispel that myth and to get rid of that attitude and to let the world know that there are men out there who are doing what they're supposed to do when it comes to their children. Now, here's how we do this. I select someone for the Founders Award. The Board of Directors selects someone for the Board of Directors Award. Now, when we select those persons, we usually select somebody prominent, someone in the community, because we're trying to sell tickets to our event as well. And we're trying to raise funds. And these people give us, donate money as well. But we also have 5 different categories that you can nominate your father in, or a man in your life. We have the solo warrior. This is the single father who is the primary custodial parent of his child or children and has been at least 2 years. Now, you know a lot of men, single fathers, who are taking care of their children. They do not get noticed. Men who have children out of wedlock with a woman often get a bad rap, and you just talk about them being deadbeat dads. But I have seen hundreds of young men. I see them out. They're pushing their children in the strollers. They have their children on their shoulders. They're sitting at dinner or at a restaurant eating with their children. I have seen this, and every time I do, I walk up to that young man and I say, "Ooh, I applaud you. I appreciate you. You're such a great example." And let me ask you to do the same. When you see people doing something well, let's give them praise. We complain often and we talk about people, but let's begin to give them praise. Let's say to that young man, let's say to that man, let's say to that old man, "Ooh, doing a good job. I appreciate you. I see you. I see what you're doing." And give them a pat on the back. Then we move to the married father, and that's called Love Cares. The married father we honor is living in the home presently with the children. Not adult children, but minor children. But he's living in the home with the children. And he is living in the home with his wife. And he is not just living there, but he's actively participating in the lives of his children. He's taking the kids to school. He's helping the kids with homework. He's the dad on field trips. He goes to the PTA meetings. He goes to the parent conferences. He goes to the sporting events and any other activities the children are involved in. He sits and laughs with them. He plays games with them. We've seen fathers dressing up as princes and princesses to play with their little girls, having tea parties with their daughters. I mean, it is absolutely marvelous to see this. And I've personally witnessed it. And for the last 18 years, we've witnessed it in our Honoring Unsung Fathers. I need to get some water, but if I do, I got to go too far away from you. So you're just going to have to deal with my voice. I didn't bring any water with me, so such is life. But we've seen this in the last 18 years. We have nominated and we have given awards to an average of 10 fathers per year. 18 years, that's 180 fathers just in my event. And there are countless number of fathers that we have not yet honored. And you know somebody in your life who deserves this honor. Let me ask you to do this. If you didn't nominate him this year for my award because you didn't know. Perhaps you didn't nominate him for anything or didn't even send him a card. Can you call him on the phone before the day is over? Think of that man in your life. Can you call him on the phone before the day is over and say, I love you? I appreciate what you're doing as a father. Can you send him an email? Can you send him a text? I appreciate what you're doing as a father. I see you. I applaud you. I give thanks for you. Can you post something about that father on social media before the day is over? Let's bombard social media with posts about wonderful fathers and not all of that negativity. I'm tired of looking at it. Let's today be a day of positivity, and we're going to focus on the good. Okay, I jump from things to things, but that's who I am. And I'm excited. I'm excited about this. I'm passionate about this. Very passionate. Our third category is the divorced father. I call this the Fatherhood Forever Award. Why did I name it that? Because you are a father forever, regardless of whether you're living with the mother of your children or not. Fatherhood forever. You never give up that title. You divorce the woman, not the children. And this man we recognize who understands that fact well. I didn't divorce my children, I divorced their mother. So therefore you spend as much time as you can with your children. And that father doesn't give up any lame excuse about, she won't let me, the court won't let me, they moved too far. What this father does, who receives the Fatherhood Forever Award, he does not allow any obstacle, and he overcomes every opposition to him spending time with his children because he knows that it's important to do so. And nowadays with the internet, even if you live in different states, you can Skype, you can see each other by Apple on your iPhone, you can see each other on your Android phone. You can go on WhatsApp that's free. There's absolutely no excuse for you not to stay connected to your children, no matter where you are and no matter where they are. The father who receives the Fatherhood Forever Award understands that fully, and you couldn't keep him from his children come hell or high water. He does not have and offer any excuses for spending quality time with his children. Not just spending time. I mean, when you drop him a note, if you're away from him, when you send him a card that says, thinking of you, I love you. When you call him on the telephone, it's not about buying gifts. It's not about buying shoes. It's not about buying things. Now, of course, every father, as we said, that we honor, does support his children, does provide for his children financially. So that's not an excuse either. But you provide financially at the level you're able to provide. No one is going to judge you if you buy your children's shoes from Payless. Oh, they're gone. Let's say, if you buy your children's shoes from Target or some lesser store, it doesn't matter where you get them from, as long as you put shoes on that child's feet. As long as you do that, and as long as you're doing your best. He or she doesn't have to have name brand clothing. He just has to have clothing. They don't have to have a name brand coat or sweater. They just need a coat or a sweater. So we honor the men who recognize that. And they make absolutely no excuse for taking care of and providing for their children. Our fourth category, Give me 1 minute. I remember I have some water real close by. Give me a minute. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Woo! Rolling back too far in my chair. My assistant is off today because it's Sunday, and I try not to work my assistant on Sundays, but I need help, so you all just forgive me. Now, I was talking about the fourth category of fathers. The fourth category of fathers that we honor is a father called the village dad. The village dad is that man who acts as the father. He stands in the place of the father of children who he did not plan to see, but he acts like the father. This is village dad. Now, I know in our communities, we have a lot of village dads. You know that coach for Little League football, Pop Warner football, Little League baseball, for the soccer matches, for the baseball games, for all of that. You know that coach. You know the coach who helps your little girl in gymnastics or in tennis or in whatever. You know that coach who goes the extra mile. You know that teacher who goes the extra mile with you for your children. You know that uncle who gives you some money to help buy the things that your children need, who helps to support you and your children. You know of plenty men in our community who are the village dad. Nominate them next year. But watch the show this year, 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. It'll be on in the next few minutes. As soon as we get off this live event, I'm going straight to the show, huffawards.org, and I'll see you there. I want you to post. I want you to let me know that you're watching the show. I want you to post comments, because you can see it on Facebook. You can see it on YouTube. You can see it on our page, huffawards.org, HUFAWARDS.org. That's O-R-G. I want you to donate. Please, I need your donations. You know what? I'm going to say just like Marvin Gaye, ain't too proud to beg. I am begging you. Ain't too proud to beg. I'm begging you. Please give me some money. Please donate to my foundation, Mablean Ephraim Foundation. Please help us. Help these young people go to college. 13 black students on their way to college. Oh, and what I love about it this year, the men are outnumbering the women, if I'm not mistaken. I think the men are, we may have an even number, but there are a lot of young black men on their way to college. Now, you know good and well, the newspaper and the press and the television does not highlight these young black men. The only time they show you a picture of a young black man on television is when he's being dragged out of a car by the police, or being chased by the police, or being shot by the police, or a negative image on a television show as a gangster or a drug lord. I am so sick of that. I am so sick of that phenomena. I'm so sick of that playing out. As a matter of fact, I am protesting against all of these law television shows, and that used to be my favorite shows. But recently, it bothers me, because I'm paying more attention to the shows. Every episode just about on these law shows and police shows is a negative about young black men. Drug addicts, dope addicts, hustlers, rapists, all kind of negative crap. I'm tired of it. I need some positive images of black men, and that's why I've started honoring unsung fathers. Sit your father down, your uncle, your nephew, your son, and watch this show with them. I'm telling you, it's going to bring you so much joy. Your day is going to be absolutely better after you watch this show. It's going to leave you crying. It's going to leave you crying. If you're not crying, you don't have much sensibility, because it's going to touch your heart. Watch it. HuffAwards.org, HUFAWARDS.org, Facebook, YouTube, and then donate. Hit the donate buttons on my social media pages, Instagram at Judge Mablean, on Facebook page at Judge Mablean. I want to see your donations. And guess what? The way I know that they came from you as a result of watching IG or YouTube or Facebook, you're going to say that. You're going to say, I saw the show on, I watched the show. Or you're going to say, I listened to your IG before the show. Because this is before the show. Not Sean or somebody's going to tell me when it's 1 o'clock. Because I'm going to turn you off and I'm going to run downstairs. You know what? I may try to keep you on and comment as the show is. No, I don't know if that's a good idea, because I really want you to watch and I really want you to pay attention to the show. So I don't want to comment while the show is going on, but I want you to watch. HuffAwards.org, HUFAWARDS.org, Facebook, YouTube, Honoring Unsung Fathers Awards and Scholarship Event. HUF, Honoring Unsung Fathers. Please watch. 1 o'clock on Pacific Standard Time, 3 o'clock Central Standard Time, or is it 2 o'clock? 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Please watch for me. I'd love to know that you're watching this show. You can comment on my page as you watch, because when it's over, I'll look at my page as I'm watching the show, but I won't comment as I'm watching the show, because I want you to pay close attention. Let me get back to that last father, because I told you 5. I've done 4. Solo, that's, the unmarried father. Love Cares, the married father. Fatherhood Forever, the divorced father. Village Dad, the stand-in father. And lastly, Living Legacy. Living is a man who is alive today. And I stress that because a number of people have tried to nominate their fathers who are deceased. But it's Living Legacy. This man is the example. This man is what we all strive to be, what every man should strive to be. He embodies that. He is a man who has been married to the same woman for at least 40 years. You say that's not so? Yes, it is. You say that's impossible? No, it's not. You say I don't know any men who do that? I do. We've nominated at least 5 in that category every year. And we can only take one. And we can only receive and accept, we only accept 5 nominations, because we award the plaque to just one, but we receive nominations from all. And let me just say this. Whether they win or not, every man gets a gift. Not only every man who's nominated, but every man who comes to our event gets a special Father's Day gift from Mablean Ephraim at the Mablean Ephraim Foundation. This is Judge Mablean, Justice with Judge Mablean. Watch the show daily. I can't forget to say that. Watch the show daily on your local channel, Justice with Judge Mablean. I am there 5 days a week, most of the time, 2 episodes per day. Just check your local listings for time and channel. Now, that father that's been married to the same woman for over 40 years, and again, he's a community man. He's community minded. He has no history of domestic violence. He has no history of child abuse or any negative issues related to raising his children. This is a man who's involved in the community. More than likely, he's involved in his church, because a family that prays together stays together. This is the man who learned that as a child, that he's supposed to love his children as Christ loved the church. He does not beat on his children. I didn't say he didn't discipline, but he disciplines in love, not in anger. So, and he's been with the same woman over 40 years. Oh, there's plenty of them. My father was the one. My parents, at the time my father died in 1987, my parents had been together 35. They married in 1934. They had been together 52 years. 52 years. And death separated them. My father died, not divorced. Death separated them. There are plenty of men. I was raised in a church, Emmanuel Church of God in Christ here in Los Angeles. That was my example. I saw mothers and fathers come to church together and bring their children. I saw mothers and fathers holding hands. I saw mothers and fathers sitting next to each other in church. I saw fathers opening the doors to allow his wife and children to get in. I saw fathers helping men get up, ladies get up out of their seats. I had very great examples of great, maybe that's why I'm so passionate. Not only the men in my church, but starting with my own father. He was a provider. Now, he wasn't a great nurturer. Everybody doesn't do things well. He did not meet the mark in that area. He did not show us a lot of affection. He didn't rub our hair. He didn't kiss on us. He didn't always say, I love you. But he showed that he loved us. Every girl I wish could have had or could have the protection that I felt from my father. I was secure. I knew that no man better not mistreat me. I wasn't a word about a man trying to rape me or any of that kind of stuff, because I knew that if any man did anything to me or said anything to me out of line, all I had to do was tell my daddy. And I knew my daddy would protect me. And these are the fathers that we honor. Fathers who love their children. Fathers who protect their children. Fathers who are there for their children. Fathers who, who hold their children when they cry. Men, there are men who are not afraid to do that. There are men who cry with their children. What's wrong with that? These are the men we honor. And these are the men in our lives. And these are the men that America refuses to honor. And that's why I started Honoring Unsung Fathers Awards and Scholarship event, to honor the men in our lives who are great fathers, who are providing the love, nurture, and support that their children need. And when they do so, they often go unnoticed. I invite you to join us 1 o'clock this afternoon. Please, I want you to post on your pages to let me know you're watching. I want you to send me a letter. I want you to donate. You can hit the donate button on my social media pages. You can hit the donate button on the website, huffawards.org. You can hit the donate button on the Facebook page, on the YouTube page, and no amount is too little. Whatever your heart desires to give, and whatever your finances say that you can give, we appreciate it. And you will get a personal thank you from Judge Mablean. Personal thank you in my handwriting. Just say this came from watching you and watching the show as a result of seeing and watching your IG. Please let me know that, and I'll drop you a note. Thank you so much. I don't know what time it is. I know that my voice is tired. What time is it? Somebody tell me. Please watch the show. huffawards.org. O-R-G. If you don't have any special plans for your father, just sit him down, watch this show together. You watch television. You watch television shows with your father. Let this be one of the shows you can watch, because you know you can put it up on your television screen, huffawards.org or Facebook or YouTube if you have a smart TV, or if you're like me, you got a smart TV and a Fire Stick. Ooh, I had to finally come into the 21st century, girl. It took me a while to do it, you all, but I did it, and I'm thankful that I did. So please join me. Let's go and watch the show. It's 3:42 Eastern Time, which means it's 12:42 PST where I am here in Los Angeles. It's just less than 15 minutes away. Huffawards.org, HUFAWARDS.org. We're honoring fathers in our community. We're giving scholarships. You'll get a chance to see the likes of Tiffany Haddish as a celebrity presenter, MC Light, Vanessa Bell Calloway, Renee Lawless, Byron Allen. Byron Allen is receiving an award. Byron Reed, who's a great community organizer, community supporter, banker, businessman extraordinaire. And Byron's family was part of Black Wall Street in Oklahoma. So he has a story to tell. And he's a great person because of what his father, great-grandfather, and grandfather did. They were businessmen in Oklahoma. Those stories aren't told. Those stories are not told. And we're just now talking about Black Wall Street in Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Our men worked hard. Our men were cobblers. They were bankers. They were cobblers make shoes. They made clothing. They were tailors. They were farmers. They were very, very, very hard-working men. We have a history of that in America, but nobody wants to tell you that. Even in slavery, we were slaves, but we had integrity. Look at the good part of it. We had integrity. We were honest. We did what the slave masters asked us to do. We did our work well, even though we were beat and abused for doing so, and unappreciated. But we did the work well. Everything in America we have contributed to. We as black people, we as a race of people, we have made a major contribution to everything in this country. But they don't want to tell those stories. They want you to believe that you're nothing. Black fathers, men, black, white, yellow, green men, hear me today. We love you as fathers. We appreciate you. We congratulate you on surviving, on using your skills and tools to survive. We have great survival tools and skills. You know how to do what you have to do no matter what. You get the job done through oppression, through depression, through acts of violence, through rudeness, being called everything but your name. Yet you survived, and yet you provided for your children and your wife and your community. Black men, you are strong, you are worthy, you are loved. Your lives matter. Your lives matter. Ladies, I want you, if you haven't done so today, to find a man in your life and tell him your life matters. I see my little great nieces on there. Niece, you better call your daddy and tell him I love you. Your life matters to me. I appreciate you. Okay? Let them know that we know the struggles and we know what they go through. They're often disrespected. And just make sure we're not one of those persons who adds to that disrespect. And if you have not shown them so in the past, let's start with today. Call your father. Tell him you love him. Call a man in your life that you know is a wonderful dad and needs to hear that. Drop him a note. Drop him a text. Drop him an email. Drop a note on social media. Do a post. Say something wonderful about the men in your life. Let them know they're appreciated. Ooh, this is hard. I love to talk, but I like conversations. I don't like being the only person talking. This is one of the most difficult things that I do is Instagram, because I like conversation. I like people to talk back to me and we discuss matters. I appreciate your comments, but men, know that if no one else has told you today, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to keep telling you, I love you. I appreciate you. You're wonderful. You're fearfully made in the likeness and the image of God. You are a survivor. You are creative. You are intelligent. You use your brain power. You know how to make things happen for your family. You do your best. That's all that's required of you. With whatever your level of education is, whatever your financial contributions are, do your best. Hollywood to Houston, I want you all to watch the show, huffawards.org. We're on countdown now. We probably have about 6 or 7 minutes before the show airs. huffawards.org, HUFAWARDS.org, O-R-G. On YouTube, on Facebook. I need you to donate. If you don't want to know the word donate, give. I say, like, give me some money, please. Would you give me some money? I don't care how much. Nothing is too little. Every penny counts. Pennies make dollars. President Obama showed us that in his first election when he had the community sending in donations. Pennies make dollars. When you add all those pennies together, you have money. Please watch the show, huffawards.org. Oh, we count down. We got 10 minutes left. HUFAWARDS.org. I'm going to go off Instagram Live. I am going to watch the show with you. I want you to comment as you watch. I want you to let me know what you think about it. I want you to get ready for our 20th anniversary next year, June 19th, 2022. If God says the same, delays His coming and allows us to live, June 19th, 2022. We will be at the Hilton Hotel in Long Beach. I've already signed the contract. We'll be at the Hilton Hotel in Long Beach for our 20th anniversary of honoring unsung fathers, awards, and scholarship brunch. Next year it'll be a brunch. We get to eat. Next year we will have live entertainment. I'm telling you, it's the most happening event in Los Angeles on Father's Day. And I want you to watch my show, Justice with Judge Mablean, because the work I do, I'm able to give and I'm able to support my community. I'm able to give for scholarships. Now, the foundation is a nonprofit organization and we accept donations from anyone to give scholarships. One of the scholarships we give is for a Jefferson High School student. A graduate of Jefferson High School is automatically, all you have to do is apply. We're going to give an award to a graduate of Jefferson High School because that's my alma mater. And a number of other board members. My brother, the vice president, another young lady, our treasurer, graduated from Jefferson High. And we're going to, and the board voted to do that because I want to help my own. Jefferson was good to me. That's why I reached back. And young people, I want you to learn to do the same thing. Reach back. As God blesses you, you bless somebody else. You pay it forward. Don't hold it in your hands. Give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over, shall God give it to your bosom. Watch Justice with Judge Mablean daily, Monday through Friday. Check your local listings. Watch Honoring Unsung Fathers Awards and Scholarship Show at 1 o'clock p.m. in the next 10 minutes, wherever you are. It's coming on in the next 10 minutes on Facebook, on YouTube, on our website, huffawards.org. I want you to please watch. Listen to the stories of the fathers that we're honoring. Listen to the stories of the students we're providing scholarships for. Put it in your heart to give. Donate. Don't just put it in your heart, but then give. Donate to the Mablean Ephraim Foundation, HuffAwards.org, or you can use the link on donate. You can donate now using the link on the Huff Awards website. Somebody says the link is not working. Okay, if that link isn't working, just go to HuffAwards.org and donate, or go to Mablean Ephraim Foundation and donate, or go to our PayPal page. You can send us the money by PayPal, Ephraim Foundation at AOL.com. EFROMFOUNDATION at HuffAwards.com. Oh, someone just reminded me. I used to do the awards show in Atlanta. I will come back to do it in Atlanta when someone in Atlanta picks up the helm and says we want to do it. Then when I did it in Atlanta, the Tupac Shakur Foundation sponsored it in conjunction with me. But they were the major sponsors, so I need a sponsor in whatever city you want to do it. That's Honoring Unsung Fathers Awards and Brunch. In the next 5 minutes, HuffAwards.org, YouTube, Facebook, watch, donate. Please, let me hear from you. Let me get some comments. Let me know that you heard this message. I want you to sit down with your fathers. Promise me. Go and grab a father, call a father, text a father, email a father today, and show him some love, please, if you have not done so. If it's your fathers especially, please show your father some love. And if you don't have a father alive, or you don't know how to get in touch with your father, tell any father. Tell any man in your life that you know is a good father. Let him know that. You know, people like to feel praise. They love it. They love it. You know how you like it when you get praise. What page on Facebook is on my page? At Judge Mablean. At Judge Mablean. Okay? At Judge Mablean. That's my Facebook page. And the YouTube page, it is Huff Awards. It's Huff Awards. You should find that on YouTube. All right? It should be on my page on Facebook, at Judge Mablean. Just look it up. You know Facebook. If you look up Honoring Unsung Fathers, you should find it. If you just go in the search bar and put Honoring Unsung Fathers, you should find it on Facebook. Okay? But it should be on my page. Don't have any excuses. Can you honor my God Dad for next year? No, I can't honor your God Dad. You know who honors your God Dad? You do. The way your fathers are honored next year, we have an application process. It will be online as of January next. Well, we may try to get it online earlier, but we usually start accepting applications in January of each year. It will be on our website, HuffAwards.org. You'll be able to pull the nomination application. I don't honor your fathers. You nominate your fathers. You meaning anyone from the community. If you want your father to be honored, you have to nominate your father first, okay? Someone has put in the link for YouTube is there, okay? So that's the way you honor your father. They received the honor from us on Sunday, Father's Day, but you have to initiate that because we don't know the persons. So you have to initiate the person being honored by completing the nomination process. The other thing is, that means if you're going to nominate a father from out of state, you have to get him here. You're going to have to get him here. He's going to have to get here. But, you know, we want the father to be present because we want to shower them with our gifts and our love. Okay? How many minutes do I have now? Unfortunately, I've talked to Lynn Toller, but I don't know Lynn Toller personally. We didn't get a chance to develop a personal friendship, but I respect her. I love her. I did watch her even though she took over my show. So, no jealousy, no envy. HuffAwards.org is about to happen. Facebook, YouTube, at Judge Mablean, Facebook, YouTube. Just go to the search bar, Honoring Unsung Fathers. Somebody put the link in there a few minutes ago for YouTube. 4 minutes left. Count down. Oh, wow. I wish I was near my television and I could turn it on and talk to you at the same time, but my television is in another area of my house. But I'm going to get up, go downstairs, and I'm going to turn the show on. You going to follow me down there? Okay, let's go. But see, I'm not going to talk to you while I watch the show, though. So I'm going to stay here for the next 3 minutes, 2 minutes, and then I'm going to sign off. HuffAwards.org, HUFAWARDS.org. Donate. Tell your friends. Please send out a text, send out an email, post it on your social media pages. Come on, because we posted something here. You can post it on your social media pages as well. Share it. Share what we've posted here. HuffAwards.org. Judge Toller took over my past show, Divorce Court. But, you know, I wasn't the owner of the show. I didn't own the show. But she was the judge of Divorce Court. All right? Yes. Okay, HuffAwards.org, HUFAWARDS. Please watch the show. YouTube, Facebook. Comment. Send me some comments so I can know what you think about it. Put it in your calendars for next year. Save the calendar. Save the date on your calendar, June 19th, 2022. Be ready to nominate your father, a father, starting in January of next year. It'll be on our website, the nominations applications, HuffAwards.org, and or Mablean Ephraim Foundation at MableanEphraimFoundation.com. But I want you to please watch the show. More importantly, love your fathers. Show your fathers some love. Tell them that they love you. I love you too, Melissa. I love all of you. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you for joining me for this event. I'm going to hear from my publicist. An hour by myself talking. That's a long time. But watch the show. HuffAwards.org. I'm about to go. Keisha, you've been counting me down. Am I down to my last seconds? HuffAwards.org. Please watch it. Comment. Let us know that you enjoyed it. Stay in touch. You'll hear more about it. You'll see some excerpts. If you don't get a chance to watch it, you'll see some excerpts on my social media pages next week. So continue. What are you talking about? Show is a long time. All right, it's time. Bye-bye. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Love you all. Bye-bye.